Have you ever wondered why some people can hold a room without raising their voice? Why some men can calm a storming woman just by being there? Why some relationships feel like music and others like static? It's not random. It's an old law, older than any dating advice, older than psychology, older even than Rome. The ancients saw it in the sky and then in themselves. There is the power that shines and the power that reflects, the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine, not man and woman. Energy. Most of us have forgotten this. We live in an age where everything is blended, blurred, and called equal. But in the process, we lost the rhythm. Men were told to dim their strength. Women were told to harden their softness. And what was once a dance became a pushing match. In this story, I want to take you back to that rhythm again, but through a Stoic lens. Because the Stoics understood something people miss. The outer world is always a mirror of the inner world. If your inner sun and inner moon are at war, your relationships will be too. If they are in order, your life starts to move with a quiet inevitability. So stay until the end, because the final lesson is the one most people never hear, the one that doesn't just teach you calm, it tests it. So let's walk through 12 Stoic lessons on polarity, told not as theory but as a path. Listen with your mind but also with your body, because some of these won't just inform you, they will confront you. Have you ever stood outside at dawn and felt that strange holiness when night hands reality back today? The ancients watched that shift and said, that is how life moves. Not in sameness, but in polarity. The sun, steady, blazing, directional. The moon, receiving, reflecting, moving in cycles. They looked at men and women, at kings and mothers, at oceans and mountains, and saw the same pattern. One holds, one flows, one gives form, one gives movement. This is the first Stoic lesson in polarity. Nature itself is not confused. We are. To remember is to admit. I too have a sun and a moon inside me, a part that wants to lead, decide, stay firm, and a part that wants to feel, respond, create. When you deny one, you don't become strong, you become lopsided. The masculine in its Stoic form is not loud, it is clarity. It is the arrow, not the target. It is the line through chaos. It's Marcus Aurelius writing in his tent while the empire shakes, because order begins in him. The ancients called this logos, the principle of order. A man or a woman tapping into her inner masculine, who wakes this up becomes the still axis around which motion revolves. He doesn't lead by demanding, he leads by being immovable. He is the mountain the storm circles but never moves. This is why presence matters more than persuasion. People, especially the feminine, don't follow noise, they follow steadiness. If the sun is direction, the moon is movement. The feminine is not weaker. She's wilder. She is the sea, the wave, the rhythm of becoming. She does not create light. She mirrors it, bends it, bathes the world in emotional silver. This is why the feminine amplifies whatever it receives. Touched by calm strength, she glows. Met with agitation, she storms. Stoically speaking, this is not her problem. It is balance. Water is supposed to move. What makes it destructive is not its motion, but the absence of a strong container. So when you look at a woman, or your own feminine side, and see mood, change, depth, expression, don't despise it. Ask, what sun is this moon reflecting? Here's a hard one. A man's energy is always reflected back to him. If he radiates anger, he receives chaos. If he radiates calm, he receives softness. If he radiates uncertainty, he receives testing. The untrained man says, "She drives me crazy." The trained man says, "She is showing me my turbulence." This is profoundly Stoic, because Stoicism insists the world is not insulting you, it is revealing you. Your partner, your boss, your children, the news, all of it is a mirror. The feminine just happens to be the clearest mirror because she magnifies. To the unwise, this feels unfair. To the wise, it feels like truth. Picture this. The man is the boat, his woman, the sea. When the sea is calm, any fool can steer. But when waves rise, emotion, intuition, change, the superior man does not curse the storm. He holds his rudder. He breathes. He remembers that his boat was built for this. The sea tests him not to destroy him, but to reveal the quality of his captaincy. This is Stoic training disguised as relationship advice. Life will not stop bringing waves. Your job is not to demand a calmer ocean. Your job is to become a better sailor. If you panic, the boat overturns. If you steady, the sea remembers safety and calms herself. Now let's be honest about our age. We blurred the poles. Men taught to fear strength. Women taught to distrust softness, and so we got what Marcus would have called a world out of rhythm. Men adrift without rudders. Women forced to sail their own seas. Everyone exhausted. The masculine retreats. The feminine becomes overextended, protective instead of receptive, controlling instead of intuitive. Stoicism would not say, "Go back to the 1950s. It would say, "Return to nature." Reclaiming polarity isn't about dominance, it's about restoration. Each energy returning to its truth, so relationship becomes effortless again. The Stoics spoke of ataraxia, calm imperturbability, not coldness, unshakability. A man's greatest gift to the feminine is not advice, not fixing, presence, because presence is safety. And safety allows the feminine heart to open, to express, to create, to love. When she storms, she is not always saying, "Change." Sometimes she is saying, "Can you stay? Can your light still shine while I thunder?" If you can, the storm becomes beauty. If you can't, it becomes chaos. This is why Stoicism trains you to stay with discomfort. If you cannot stay with your own emotions, you cannot stay with hers. Don't make the mistake of thinking the feminine is passive. She is nature itself. Growth, intuition, transformation. She amplifies everything. A man's strength becomes vision in her field. A man's fear becomes conflict in her field. To love the feminine, in a woman or in yourself, is to accept her totality, the gentle moonlight and the dark tide. A Stoic doesn't suppress that rhythm. He harmonizes with it. He learns that emotional waves are not obstacles. They are energy moving toward truth. Every man is tested by his woman, by the world, by life itself. And the test is always the same. Will you stay centered or will you collapse? If you seek comfort above truth, the test will repeat. If you meet the storm with steadiness, it will evolve into trust. This is the same rhythm Marcus faced as emperor. Every day was a test. War, plague, betrayal. Not to break him, but to call forth kingship. Your life is doing the same. The test isn't punishment, it's promotion disguised as pressure. When the poles align, something beautiful happens. The sun projects. The moon receives and reflects. Light meets darkness, and life appears. This is the dance of polarity, the sacred exchange that births everything from galaxies to relationships. Masculine without feminine is dry and lifeless. Feminine without masculine is wild without form. Together, balance. The Taoists called it yin and yang. The Stoics would simply say, live according to nature. Not opposites, complements, not rivals, partners. Here's the part people skip. This is not only about men and women, it is about you. Every person holds both sun and moon. If a man denies his inner feminine, his feeling, intuition, relational intelligence, he becomes rigid, incapable of empathy or creativity. If a woman denies her inner masculine, her direction, boundaries, structure, she loses direction and drowns in her own emotion. The work is integration, to let the sun and moon coexist within you. Masculine focus guides feminine feeling. Feminine intuition softens masculine will. Within this union lies mastery. This is exactly what Stoicism trains. Ordered mind, open heart. So, are you ready? Not to memorize this, but to practice it. To hold your rudder through the storm. To shine light so strong that reflection becomes harmony. Remember, if you bring storm, expect thunder. If you bring peace, expect beauty. The sun never argues with the moon, it simply rises. And she reflects. That is the secret of love, of leadership, of life. Be the sun, so steady that the world itself learns peace from your silence. Be the moon, so fluid that you can heal what is rigid. And when both live in you, your outer life begins to mirror the order of the cosmos, steady, rhythmic, luminous. That is Stoic polarity. The balance between light and reflection, between what moves and what remains. If you felt the pulse of this message, write "The sun rises within" in the comments. Let it be your first declaration of inner mastery. And if you want to keep mastering calm in the storm, subscribe and stay close. More lessons.